Welcome to the Vinny Rock Podcast.
Much more than this, I did it my way.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Vinny Rock Podcast. This is kind of a, what do we call these, huh? This is just kind of like a fight preview or a fight
discussion,
a fight discussion. I'm with my boy Big Trav. That is my MMA go-to guy and boxing. Actually, anything in the fight world, I go to this guy for any kind of information, questions. We talk fights all the time. We bet fights all the time. Actually, we'll get you a card. I'll post it on VinnyRock.com what our predictions are going to be to our best ability.
Yeah,
so if you guys
absolutely.
want to bet, that's on you, man. But before we get to that, we'll get to our sponsors that make this possible. Temple 57, you guys already know if you have any kind of military training currently right now, they're looking to hire some veterans down in the California area for a huge contract for a major company. So if you guys want to do some personal security, let me know. Hit up Temple 57. Temple57.com is the website you can go to. Let them know Vinny Rock sent you. Like I said before, they are global, but they also have a lot of local contracts. So if you guys are looking to get into the personal protection world, check them out. I know the guys personally. I've had drinks with the guys. You know, sometimes like you want to network with someone, go drink with them. See if they can hold their liquor. See if they're not
Absolutely.
an asshole, right?
Yeah.
And you know they can drink, and you know they're just really cool, even when they're drunk. And I'm not saying they were drunk. I was drunk.
Right.
But the point is, when you get to know someone and you know that you can have a few drinks with them and no one's going to act out of hand, you know those are good people.
Make sure they're not wasted and dancing on the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
And when then you know, like, I can't do business with that guy, But the guys at Temple 57, really, really professional guys. They protected so many people. I won't even name names because I'm not going to name drop for them. But if you guys are interested in doing some personal protection, obviously right now, like I said, veterans, they're looking for some jobs down in the California area for some personal protection for a major company. Let them know Vinny Rock sent you. GMR Gold. Do you collect gold at all, Trav?
I have coins. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you show your son and stuff? Does he check them out, or he's just still a little too young for that?
I haven't really, because he'd probably want to hold on to them, and
Yeah,
they get lost in his room full of Legos. And
You know what my daughter has in her backpack right now is a bunch of those Sacagawea dollar coins.
oh wow,
She gets them from the vendor, the vending machines. She puts $1 and then she asks for coin return. They give her those, so she keeps collecting them,
oh wow,
which is super funny.
it's getting heavy.
Dude, those things, that's what I'm saying. She has $5 in quarters, in those dollars, just in one pocket, and then she has a few more in another. I'm like, stop collecting these damn things.
Pretty soon it's gonna be it's like a pocket full of change.
Yeah, she's at her wrestling tournament, so give her some good luck vibes. But GMR Gold is a company that I signed up with the Bullion box.
Yeah, very cool.
And you can do a $100 to $200, $300 subscription. They send you gold, legitimate. Like, this isn't my wife didn't believe it. She's like, this is bullshit, right? Like, no, that's not real gold. I'm like, no, it's fucking real gold. It shows a certifiable stamp on there. You can look it up, you can Google it and everything. You can actually sell it back to them. Say if I got it, and all of a sudden it just jumps, and all of a sudden the price of gold goes through the roof. If I want to sell it back to them, I can, because they're legitimate.
They broker everything.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Next time you're at my house, remind me, and I'll show you.
Yeah.
Actually, this weekend, maybe.
I'll have to tell my I got a good buddy that he's all about gold mining and panning for gold and stuff like that. He'd probably totally love it.
Well, the precious metal thing is important, right? Because, look, you don't know. We don't know the future of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin might very well be huge, and it might very well crash. We don't know. I have a lot of buddies who do it, and they believe it's going to do really well for them, and good. I'm glad. But the one stable thing throughout all time has been precious metals, right? Your gold,
Absolutely.
your silvers. And so for me, that's kind of that insurance, it's that safety net that I want to put away for my kids. And so every month it shows up, I put it away in the safe. We check it out. If there's some cool coins, me and the boys kind of check them out.
Absolutely.
We have some fun with it. It's kind of the father thing that I can hand down to them. And then eventually, hopefully, things start going good. And if I have enough, if for some reason I need to cash out, I have some thinking time, because I can't just go spend it. You know what I mean? I could decide how I want to use this. Do I want to put some money away for the family, or do I want to just go ahead and start selling it, right? And so it's just one of those things. I thought it's another savings plan for my family.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely smart.
Yep, that's GMR Gold. You guys check them out. You can check them out on Instagram at GMR Gold. The Bullion box, to me, I recommend that. You guys check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, let them know Vinny Rock sent you. Too easy. Core Medical Group. You've heard me talk about these guys a lot, right? The Core Medical Group.
I have, yeah.
That's the testosterone replacement therapy and hormone replacement therapy, several different things. I got a buddy who just jumped on it. He's a law enforcement officer who's retired. And he was like, man, I've been feeling really crazy. You know, I'm feeling like real depressed. I'm not feeling myself anymore. He went in there and got the test done. They do a discount for law enforcement. You let them know I sent you. Obviously, they'll give you a good discount. But what he got that I've never had is a vitamin B deficiency.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. And I was like, oh, dude, that's kind of cool. He goes, yeah, man, I didn't know either. And so I was looking over it. He was asking me questions on how to use everything. I was like, well, obviously it kind of explains to him, but also he was just reluctant to use all that.
Right.
And I explained it to him, and then I was like, look, I don't even know what that one is. Oh, it says it's vitamin B. I was like, oh, dude, that's cool, man. That's something he probably never would have known unless he wouldn't got his blood work done.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a while back I got tested for that, and I know my levels were low, and it's probably something I should definitely look into. But
you should check it out, man. They're real cool dudes out there. Like Sydney, the guy who founded the company, he surrounds himself with really, really cool guys and hardworking dudes. I don't know, man. I felt really good. I met Eric Coleman, who I believe this year is considered man of the year for New York or something like that. Like, really, really, yeah. He was a New York Jets football player.
Okay,
well respected, awesome dude. He works for the company. He actually owns his own one in New York, and he helps guys get back into their life. You know, get back fit and healthy and getting that homeostasis, if you will, of hormones. So this is a program I've recommended to several veterans who are having heavy depression. A local kid here that I know personally, I told him, go get checked. And I'm waiting for his test to come back. I guarantee his T levels are going to be below in the twos, which is a big reason why he's feeling this depression and laziness and just not himself.
Absolutely.
And these are guys that fighters have a lot of problems with this. And the reason why a lot of fighters can't jump on tier T is because of all the rules you have for UFC and everything else, which I understand. But after their life of fighting, there's got to be something that's going to help them with all the TBI. Because that's where the big cause is of people stopping, not creating, producing the same hormones as before.
Yeah, they stop fighting and then they just balloon up.
They bottom out, man. It's just like their body's not working like it used to. It's a crazy thing. But if you guys are interested in that, check out Core Medical Group. You can check them out on Instagram. It's Core Med HRT. This is a company I'm telling you right now that I really like. I'm really proud to be a part of it, and it's definitely been for me. I'm seeing a lot of change, but not even just like physical. Like I got to start eating a lot better right now. You know what I mean? But emotionally, mentally, I feel really good.
Do they facilitate the testing, or do they?
Yeah, no, they can do it anywhere in the United States. So if, say you called right now and said you're interested in it, you're going to get all the insurance side of the things done. You could also pay cash if it's a cash setup. Say, hey, look, I don't have insurance right now, but I'd like to pay cash to get it done.
Right.
They have a price for that. You pay them. They'll get you a location here in town that you can go get your blood work done. Obviously, you show up there, you fast, and then you show up, you get your blood work done. Within 4 days, they're going to tell you what your blood levels are at and tell you whether they even need the program or you don't. If you don't need the program, good. At least you know peace of mind that you don't have, your hormones are all in check. But if you do, if there's something that's missing, they're going to try and find it for you.
Very cool.
Pretty cool program. You guys check them out if you have any questions. Willie Peach Chocolate, have you had that yet?
I haven't. Every time I'm at the barbershop, I see it and I'm like,
dude, just get one.
Yeah.
Just get one on me. It's WilliePeachChocolate.com. Willie Peach Chocolates is a guy who makes these out of his own house, which to me is cool. He actually decided to go all in recently, walked away from his day job, and all in on Willie Peach Chocolate. Me and him were working on a salsa together. I had Will and Gina try it. Will, Tattoo Will.
Will XX.
Will _XX. I had him try it at dinner time one time, and he was like, bro, this is really good. They even called and said, dude, do you have any more of that? I'm like, not yet, man. It's in production. We're working on actually doing a salsa, which is it's kind of like a hot sauce / with a smoky flavor. It's really fantastic. Cool. Yeah, it's really cool. So we're excited about that. Willie Peach Chocolate, my boy. I love him just being a part of the podcast, man. He jumped on super early, and he's been super loyal to me, man, and I'm always going to keep pushing him out. So Willie Peach Chocolate, you guys check him out. And a new sponsor is Metal Force. Metal as in METTLE. They're shakers. They're just, bottle shakers with whatever prints, that he has. They're pretty cool. They're custom printed. You guys check them out. It's metalforce.com. And what bottles does he use for his?
Blender bottle.
Blender bottle. And those are well recognized. Yeah, those are probably the best.
As far as I know, it's the gold standard for shaker cups.
Shaker cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what the cool thing about this guy. He actually got a contract with them. So every single one of his shakers are blender bottles. Blender bottle, right? I'm saying it right? Yeah, which is cool. Here's the other cool thing. That's based out of Utah.
Yeah. I've got an immense supply of blender bottles in my cupboard at home.
I'm the guy that has one, and then if I throw it in my bag and I forget about it, It's like, oh my God, that thing's going to stink when I open it.
And then you retire it. It doesn't even get open. You just throw it in the garbage.
Like, that one's going to have to go. I'll have to get another one from Metal Force. You guys check them out. Metal Force Fit on IG. That's METTLEFORCEFIT. Check them out, Metal Force. If you guys are getting it's a time of year to get in shape, man. It's a time of year to kind of drop a few pounds, or at least we all tell ourselves we're going to do that for a few months, and then we go right back to being ourselves, and that's okay too.
Summer season's coming.
That's it. All right, guys, let's get to it. UFC, dude. Well,
Yeah.
first, last week's fight. What do you think about that?
Oh man,
shit?
so crazy.
Did you think Tyson won?
Yeah. Aside from the two rounds that with the knockdowns, there was another round that he won.
Yeah, I think he won. I think he won the second round. I really do. For me, that was one of the rounds he won, and then the two knockdown rounds. And I might have had a fourth in there. I honestly
Right.
might have had a fourth. But those are 10-9 rounds, right? And so with those 10-9 rounds, those four, and two of those being a 10-8 round,
Yeah.
I can see where the draw, the 113-113, is feasible.
Could happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that. Because honestly, you have to understand, the judges sit at two different sides of the it's three different sides of the ring. What you see on your side might not necessarily be what they see on their side.
Correct.
And so when one boxer has a solid round in the corner, the guy in the back probably doesn't see so much of the action,
Yeah,
and probably
absolutely.
saw a different fight, slightly. The one judge that drove me nuts, though, was the one that gave Wilder the first 5 rounds.
Yeah, 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's incredible.
Insane. Yeah,
That's
there's
insane.
no way possible.
No, that guy was like, man, I really like Wilder. And he just kept finding reasons to give them rounds. There's no fucking way he had that many rounds with just the numbers alone. He kept him on an average of below 16%. Not power punches, just punches landed.
Yeah.
In a round, and that's the reason why Tyson Fury is a great fighter. That's why he's a great boxer.
Huge differences.
Huge differences in what
He
their
did the same thing
averages
to
are.
Klitschko.
Yep. People didn't. Dude, I was watching that fight, and I'm like, who's this fucking dude? Who's this fucking dude? And I see him dancing around the ring, moving. I'm like, fuck, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
You
Super
don't-
weird, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't see a guy that size moving the way he does.
No, 6'9".
Fuck, that guy's bouncing like fucking twinkle toes in there, dude. He was dope.
And then I haven't really dove into too much with this, but I heard he donated his whole purse,
$8 million.
$8 million.
Excuse me, chewing on ice. It's a bad habit. He donated $8 million to the homeless and hungry in Britain. What was it?
Yeah.
England, something like that.
UK.
In the UK.
Crazy.
That's fucking insane.
does that?
I was thinking about. You think this guy has enough money for that? Like, he obviously has to have money saved up from his fights. And when you watch all the interviews from, like, I watched several Joe Rogan podcast. I watched a couple other interviews, and he kind of talked about how he was smart with his money. He was saying he was smart with his money. He was saying,
He's got if you can afford, to just $8
Donate
million,
$8
here
mil.
it is.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
That was a stunner. But you know what he did? He
Don't
won.
see Conor McGregor doing that.
No, I'm going to say this first. What people are probably not going to believe. I'm going to say this first. I think Conor McGregor made a deal with Jameson. I think 12 was his proper 12.
Yeah.
Is from Jameson barrels. I'm going to assume it, dude. It tastes
possible.
It's so similar, and there's probably this licensing agreement where no one can mention it, right? There's probably, who knows, but I really believe it is so similar to Jameson. I feel it was only smart for Jameson to do it.
Countering themselves.
Right.
Even though he's called out saying, well, I don't know if he's maybe said Jameson itself, but
Yeah.
he's definitely called out Irish whiskey as a whole.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. You think you would give a fuck if you're a businessman and a businessman signing that contract? Like, take it. We'll fucking
Yeah.
give you. Look, we have several of these fucking barrels that we're not going to use. It's, we have fucking whiskey up the ass here. You take these. We'll fucking provide the bottles because it's another green bottle,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and to be able to presumably fill that demand
Yeah.
of how that guy moves the needle. It may be a splash in the pond and blow like the wind in 6 months and be gone, but the rising tide raises all ships, man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I think that's probably the smartest business move by Jameson, and I'm just throwing shit out there. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
But maybe
it can't be hurting them too bad.
Fuck no, it can't.
Some people may try it and be like, oh, maybe I like Irish whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I thought it was good. I drank it with some Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I mean, not better than Ledsinger's whiskey. Either way, man, that was a great boxing night. The fight on UFC was a free card. That was the one with Dos Santos and Ty.
I can't
Think of his name. New
Yeah.
Zealand kid. I felt like it was an early stoppage. I felt bad because of that stoppage. But the kid knows better. You can't fight from your back. You can't just throw a punch from your back and think the referee's going to stop that. That's
Right.
it's an unsafe position. But I'm super excited about this weekend's fights. Dude, it's been very expensive for me ordering these fights, dude, because I'm like, I have to order it. And I was like, well, I'll give myself a couple weeks. And then I saw this fight coming. I was like, you can't miss this fight. This is not a fight you miss.
Yeah.
This fight is incredible. Let's just start with I don't want to start with the main event. What are some other undercards?
So starting out the main card, you have Jimmy Manuwa and Thiago Santos.
Yeah.
Great fight.
Who do you think's gonna win that one?
Ooh, that's.
Let me see the pictures.
Let's see what we got for you.
Let's see.
I'd probably say Jimmy Manuwa.
Thiago Santos.
Thiago Santos, he's pretty tough though. He's come out shining. He kind of, if I'm thinking it's the same guy, I think he might be Darren Williams' doppelganger.
Really? You click on his picture? Because here's the thing, man. These fights, you know what I was telling someone the other day? Fighting, dude. To me, the best personality right now in the fight game, just recently, is Justin Gaethje, because you know what he mentioned at the end of his fight was something like, this is an unforgiving sport. Oh, dude, he's dope. He's dope. He's got the big chest tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster. But Justin Gaethje says that this fight world's unforgiving. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, that's the most honest statement in fighting. If you go in there as a cocky piece of shit, when you fucking lose, you lose hard as fuck.
Oh, boy, bad.
Dude,
yeah, the fall is hard.
The fall is hard. And if you go in there knowing, like, look, this sport is unforgiving, anyone can win at any fucking time, you know what I'm saying? And accepting, like, look, a loss is part of the game, but work your ass out to try and be the winner. I get it. But look, you know what happened with Cody? Cody, whatever the fuck his name is, the one who just lost to fucking Dillashaw again?
Oh, no love, yeah.
Bro, he hasn't posted on social media anything. He just recently came out with a post saying that, he's been going through depression and a hard time because of that loss.
Oh, I bet.
Well, yeah. Can you talk all that fucking shit, bro, in a game where you're great? Don't get me wrong, you're fucking great. But you're also fighting against some of the other greats in their time. You can't ever go in there cocky as fuck, man.
Well, and who's to say, they were friends at one time, and who's to say Cody didn't get the best out of of him in the gym, and let's say 90% of the time, so he's like, I got this.
Yeah.
And then he
filled himself with too much confidence,
and then he publicly, does that to you twice.
Talk some shit, and then boom, lose, boom, lost even worse.
Yeah.
That's hard, dude. So that fight right there is, say the two names?
Thiago Santos and Jimmy Manuwa.
And who do you think's going to win?
I'd probably say, I'd change my thing on that, and I'd say Thiago Santos.
Yeah, you saw the picture. You remember who he is.
Yeah.
That dude's a monster.
Jimmy Manuwa, he's on a 1-2 in the last 3, so
yeah.
He's kind of maybe in the need to win situation, and kind of the opposite of Thiago Santos. He's 2-1 in his last 3.
And he's had some battles, dude. He's had some, and if I remember correctly, the one that he lost was a battle.
Yeah.
And he got caught, I think it was. But that's you know which one I'm excited about? The Joanna.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I can't. Who's the other girl she's fighting?
Valentina Shevchenko.
Valentina, dude, she is incredible. And those are two incredible fighters. Didn't they fight? Did you see that they fought before? And I believe it was a Muay Thai or kickboxing match.
No, I don't think they have fought before.
They did, bro. Back in the day, in like a kickboxing match.
So so not in MMA, but
no, not in MMA. It was because they're both Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Their both backgrounds were Muay Thai, and I believe they either fought in a kickboxing match or a Muay Thai fight. And if I remember correctly, I got to look this up, but it went into a decision. I believe Valentina won it. And
wow.
so I got to look into that again.
So there's
they faced each other before, bro.
Yeah.
And so the crazy cool thing is like they kind of seen each other. They know what they're facing against. But now there's all these added amenities you can throw at them. Obviously the ground game and all this other shit. But these two ain't going to the ground, bro.
They don't have any common opponents or anything like that. You know, Joanna's fighting kind of a little bit of a skid from fighting Rose twice,
which is incredible fights.
Yeah.
And Rose, where is Rose?
I think she had surgery or something.
So tell me, this belt is a vacant belt.
Yeah, this is a newer
weight class,
kind of in between.
So Ronda Rousey was 135.
Mm-hmm, this is 125, and
Joanna originally was 115.
115.
So this is the 125.
Correct.
Here's the crazy thing: Joanna's going up weight, and then Valentina's going down.
Yeah, she fought Amanda Nunes to a split decision, which is
incredible.
Oh.
Incredible. And I didn't think I thought Valentina won that fight. I saw a fight, and I thought it was a good fight, but I didn't think Nunes won it.
Yeah, obviously split decision. Yeah, so it's controversial.
Yeah, and they fought that at what weight class? Didn't they fight that up at the upper one, 145?
I think it was 135.
Was it 135?
Yeah.
Damn, who's at 145 right now? That's
Cyborg.
Cyborg, that monster.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing I think about. I think Valentina's a bigger fighter coming down is always scarier than a smaller fighter coming up.
You know what I mean? The speed and the cardio.
Just power alone. The size.
Power. Yeah.
The smaller fighter is losing power in my head, and the bigger fighter is known for getting hit by bigger fighters. They've fought at bigger fighters. It's a whole different world. I think Valentina's going to have her way with Joanna, which sucks because I really do like Joanna as a fighter.
Yeah.
I think Joanna, just how small framed she is, she needs to stay down.
She does look really small.
Dude, she's tiny, bro. She is tiny. Valentina, remember at 135, she had shoulders she looked monstrous, dude. And for her now to drop to 125, I think she's going to be too overwhelming for Joanna. That's what I think,
Could
man.
be, yeah.
Because it's going to be a good fight. And like I said, Joanna's one of those fighters that you love. She's just a cool fighter to watch. She's talented and fucking badass. I just don't think she's going to have enough of Valentina, man.
Yeah. Another one, Alex Oliveira versus Gunnar Nelson. Connor Nelson's on again, off again training buddy. It looks like that's a hell of a fight.
That's going to be crazy. Who do you think? I'll go for Gunnar.
Yeah, Gunner's probably he's the odds favorite, so I wouldn't disagree with that.
You just never know with this fucking game, though.
They're both 2-1 in their last three, so that's
They need that win. They want that win. That UFC world, man. I was talking to someone about it the other day about how much money they make compared to like a Bellator fighter makes some good money because they also still have their sponsorships. You know what I mean? And that helps pays a lot of guys. And they said something in the UFC. I believe if you're one of the topper fighters, the high level fighters, you still get a piece of some of that sponsorship money from the major brands, but the other guys don't get shit. Yeah,
I remember one time, and this was back in the good old days, but that some of the more infamous, or fighters and stuff like that, a single square on their pants would be like $20,000.
Dude. Crazy amount of money,
and not a big one, just a little one on their leg. I think
Stitch It On said something that he's lost over $100,000 just in losing sponsorships.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's terrible. That's a hard thing, though, dude. I like to see the cleanliness of the fighters in UFC without the billboard shorts. I do like to see that.
Or Condom Depot on somebody's ass.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the conversion rate is, right, or the return of investment is for sponsoring a fighter and having your name on their shorts. I just don't we know Condom Depot because I think that's what the fuck, that's weird.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird ones.
But I've still never gone to Condom Depot myself and Googled it. So, I don't know if there's a return of investment there. I've sponsored fighters because I know that lifestyle and I feel for them and I appreciate them. So, us at beer.com, we've sponsored several fighters, $500 here, $500 there, because it's just cool to support your fighting dudes who entertain you. You know what I mean? But I don't think there's a return of investment there, man. I don't even think more people buy Reebok because it's in UFC. I think people just buy the UFC shirt, and that's where they get their
Reebok's probably definitely getting more of a needle mover out of CrossFit and stuff like that than they are out the UFC.
Well, I'll tell you what, the last time I probably did buy Reebok was because I tried to get into CrossFit, and I decided real quick that wasn't for me.
Right. Burpees? No.
Dude, those kill me. Those are the worst. So, like I said, my prediction on the Joanna fight for sure. The top two fights in this card is going to be Joanna versus Valentina, and I think I call Valentina. And who do you call on that one?
I'm going to say Valentina.
Yeah.
She's just bigger.
I just think she's overwhelming. She's just going to be overwhelming. I'm interested to see if Rose knocked out Joanna, there's a good chance that freaking Valentina's going to knock her out, too.
I'm going to feel bad for Joanna, though.
I would feel so bad.
Dude, love her to death.
I do, too. I think she's so cool. My wife is, like, in love with her. She goes, I love following her social media. She's so cool. I was like, I know, but
she does have a good social media.
Yeah, really good. And I think she's going to get her ass kicked. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The main event, though, dog, I can't tell you how excited I am with this, but also how uncomfortable I am with this fight, dude. Remember I sent you a message? I sent you a message that someone sent me, a high-level MMA guy, will go nameless, told me that Max Holloway will never fight again because based off of his...
I remember the conversation. I can't even remember the name, but that's...
The head trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, the head trauma. He said there was some severe head trauma. There was something wrong with the blood work. They were blaming it on dehydration.
Yep.
But he woke up that morning for an interview and was slurring his words and very slow to speech. Yes. And they were even mentioning it on the fucking UFC post-show, pre-show, saying... it sounds like he just got out of bed. You know what I mean? And he goes, no, I'm good. And so his whole demeanor was different. And those are signs that were indicative of a severe head trauma. And they even said that during their training, he went to the doctor a few times to get checked because he was different. He was off. And the doctor said there's nothing, they can't find anything.
Yeah.
They ended up calling the fight because of that. And this was the original fight against, it was Max Holloway versus...
Khabib, I think.
Khabib. I think you're right. Who ended up stepping in for that fight? Oh, yeah, it was what's his name? Stepped in, Matt Serra's fighter.
Yeah.
That kid's he's got a tough name. But either way, so that's why he stopped. He didn't fight that fight. And from there, I sent you a message. I sent a few text messages to my buddies, and they were like, yeah, dude, he's never fighting again. Keep that between us. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden, we hear this fight, and I'm like, man, that's a scary thing, because is he ever going to fight again? It was in question, and now all of a sudden he's fighting.
Yeah. Is
he fighting because he needs the money? Is he fighting because the team just believes he can? Is there a significant head trauma there that can potentially be are we hurting his future?
The understanding that I got, it was from weight loss, that he was up to like 185. Or like in that kind of 180, 190 range.
And trying to cut all the way down.
And he cut that much weight so fast to get to that fight is what it did.
You believe that's what hurt him?
It really depleted him.
Which is crazy, because did you see when he went to the weigh-ins this time?
No,
he walks out and he has the hush mouth telling everyone to be quiet, keep it down. He weighs in, he makes weight, and he tells them again, keep it quiet. And I went online and who is it? I can't remember his name. One of the guys who posts on Instagram quite a bit. He said, like, someone asked, like, why is he doing that? And he says it's to tell the critics to keep it down, because he's had trouble making weight in his past, and his last cut fucking damn near killed him. So he made weight, and I'm nervous because I'm hoping it wasn't some severe head trauma, and it was maybe just depletion of minerals and why he's so lethargic. But I still don't. Do I go for him? No. I go for freaking Brian Ortega, dude.
Now you're pretty familiar with the Gracies. Is there because Brian Ortega is pretty much a direct lineage out of.
Yeah, he trains out of the academy.
Is there anybody else that's been as successful out of that as he is?
No, not in MMA. Yeah. No, not in mixed martial arts. Mixed martial arts is a whole different beast. There've been very few Gracie trained fighters that have gone very far. I think he's right now, to me, the highest level. Right. Because he's the total package. He's not just a jiu-jitsu guy. No, he's a high-level jiu-jitsu guy, but his hands have been doing all the work. His hands and kicks have been doing it. His footwork and his hands have been... That's what's been owning people. Like what he did to Frankie Edgar was insane. You've never seen anyone fucking work him that bad. No. It was incredible. And that's why, like, with the momentum that he's having right now, with his demeanor and personality, which is a winner, I think all the fans are like, this guy is super classy, fucking genuine, fucking doing a lot for charities outside. A good speaker, right? I think that kills a lot of guys in that, like Tyron Woodley. I think that's killed his career by not being very articulate when he speaks in his interviews. It's kind of like, you're a douche. He's kind of a douchey dude. For some reason, I think that's what kind of kills his career.
He talks about his past, but he doesn't dwell on it as far as he uses it to elevate himself and not be like, poor me. This is where I came from.
Yeah, no, man. I think
I am who I am because of where I came from.
Yeah, he's a fun fighter to watch, man. For some reason, like guys like Tyron Woodley, who are exciting fighters, you can't deny how fucking talented that dude is and how scary he is in the fucking ring.
Absolutely.
I don't like the guy. You know what I mean? And that's I think it's a big part of guys' careers. If you like the guy, you're going to go farther. But you can be the guy that everyone wants to get knocked out as well. And I think that's Tyron Woodley. He's the Mayweather in my world in MMA.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see him get knocked out because for some reason I'm not a fan of the dude. Is he a good fighter? Holy shit, he's scary.
When he performs, it's...
Yeah, I wouldn't fight the dude. I'd be scared as fuck. The guy's a monster. I know he'd kick my ass, but I can tell you as a fan of the fight game, I'm not a fan of him. You know what I mean? But I'm a fan of Brian Ortega to the fucking day I die. I go to the Gracie Academy. That's where my buddy Alex trains me. And I'm hoping every time I run into this motherfucker, dude, because I think he's such a cool dude.
Right.
Yeah, he's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So I predict he's going to win, but it's not going to be an easy feat, man, because the pressure that Max puts on you is what changes the game. What he puts on Aldo, what he put on everyone else he fights, just the pressure, constant pressure. If Ortega can't find a way to slow him down, Ortega's going to get overran, you know?
Yeah, but if it even goes to the ground, though,
it's done.
That guillotine.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. So
that reposition of the guillotine he had and with one arm. And
oh, my God, dude.
Insane.
That's the kind of stuff that he's incredible. And I do like his personality outside. I follow the social media. I follow his Gracie stuff he does, too. And that Gracie Academy, cool thing, it's Enron Gracie, Hernan Gracie. I can't, because of the H, I don't know how to pronounce, or the R and it's pronounced as an H.
Right.
Hiran. He's an incredible person, too. So it's really cool to see he came up from the same ranks as that guy because Enron, say it again?
It's like almost like Hero, but Hiran.
He has some incredible things he teaches. His social media is really good. You should follow that one because he does a lot of drills and teachings for women in their own house, how they can protect themselves in their house, how to defend from the car, how to defend from different locations. All kinds of stuff he teaches at the Gracie Academy and videos that they've done. They've done a lot of video production, which has been, to me, out of anyone else in the game right now, he's killing video production because he does a lot of videos and explains the tactics and the skill sets, and it's so simple. It's the basics of jiu-jitsu. It's really white belt level technique that can help you protect yourself in an event if someone tries to take you from your car, whatever the case. It's really cool shit. And, I mean, that's the same not bloodline, but same family lineage of what Brian Ortega comes from. Really good people trying to do good shit in this world. Doesn't take away from my freaking, my boy Max. I have my buddy. Cabbage in Hawaii, you know what I mean? Those guys, I
forgot about him.
He's so cool, dude. I text him quite a bit here, but also, BJ Penn, all those guys. The Hawaiian MMA has been huge and very, very talented. None to take away from Max, but on this one, bro, I go for Ortiz. Yeah,
Max has definitely filled that BJ Penn role very good.
Well, there's only been a few title holders from there. There's some great fighters from there, but hands down, BJ Penn is probably going to always be known as the greatest Hawaiian fighter.
Absolutely.
Right?
Amazing.
He's incredible, and he's just had a really great career fighting some of the best in the world. But Max Holloway has kind of stepped in behind that and done the same. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I'm interested to see where where Ortega's career goes or Max Holloway's career goes. But you can't take away from Max. He's an incredible fighter. I just feel like I would love to see TCD win this one and see where it goes from there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a fun world.
If he doesn't, Max wins, all they're going to hear about is how bad Max wants to fight in Hawaii.
Bro. And the other thing is, who does he fight next? If Max wins, who do you fight next? Is Conor?
Khabib, maybe.
Does Conor come back?
Yeah, Conor's coming back.
What weight class?
It'd probably be at 55.
Okay.
Conor's a gamer. I don't suppose he wouldn't do 145 again, but
he can do it all. Khabib's good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There's a size thing there.
But the thing is, we saw that there's holes in Khabib's game. You just got to be able to sprawl, bro.
Yeah,
that's it. Whoever can keep themselves off the ground, you can find a way to beat Khabib. He's got wild hands. They're heavy hands, but they're wild. But he is all about control. And if you can stay away from him, like, what's his damn name? The guy that fucking Sarah taught, Sarah's fighter that filled in for Max that one fight. He's the motherfucker that kind of exposed that.
He really did. Yeah,
you can go the distance with Khabib.
It was really eye opening. It was really surprising on what he was able to accomplish with getting getting that done.
Yeah, it's just stay away from him. Don't let him take you down. When he does take you down, get your ass back up as fast as you can, and then fucking outstrike him. And there were some huge hands lifted, and he landed some really solid shots, and I thought it might be able to take him, but fucking Khabib's got a goddamn fucking chin on him.
Yeah.
But a bigger fighter with bigger hands who can move just as good, Khabib's in trouble. But right now, I can't tell you there's any out there. I think Max Holloway might be able to do it. Maybe. That'd be a good one. The pressure they both put on each other.
T-City, same type of thing. Like
he's got to stay away from the ground game. But at the same thing, he has a ground game.
He has a ground game.
Take him down.
Somebody that's got really high-level jiu-jitsu would be really interesting to see how that, it'd probably bore half the people out there. But.
Oh, God, I know. How about, we'll get off here and finish this real quick, but last thing, John Jones coming back and fighting Gustafsson. First fight for a belt?
Yeah, stripping DC.
Why?
I don't know. I think, just to keep the
ball rolling?
Yeah, keep it rolling. And technically, since it was overturned, I guess he never technically lost the belt.
Dude, DC's another one of those champs I'm just not a fan of, bro.
Yeah?
I am not
a fan.
Him. People love him. People love him. I don't like him. I don't like what he did to freaking homeboy, the other heavyweight, Stipe.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt my heart because I'm like, Stipe, dude, you dummy. Come on, big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great. Stipe is one of my favorite heavyweights of all time because how in shape he is, how awesome the dude is, and firefighting. The guy all around is a cool person. I was so upset that he let the inside go, and then with that inside punch that knocked him out. I'm like, damn it, man! Like I felt that coming. I'm like, dude, get away from him. Get away from him. Stay away from that dude because he grabs you, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're gonna go for a ride.
Yeah, you're gonna. And he's never looks like he's in shape. It doesn't matter. People don't get that. No, that dude is a dangerous.
He's not Roy Nelson by any means, but
no.
Yeah.
I know, man. So I don't know. I would love to see Gustafsson win that and just let's just end the whole Bones or Jones era.
Yeah.
He's
one thing that's kind of crazy is tomorrow on the 8th is the last HBO boxing event.
That tripped me out. That why would they not continue that contract? What happened there?
I don't know. It's I'm assuming with companies buying companies, they just looked at what
didn't make sense.
What the return on investment is, and it's probably
pay-per-view is killing right now, though, dude. That's probably the truth right there. Pay-per-view is worth more than anything right now. You're paying a subscription monthly for HBO for $20 a month. They're missing a lot of money they could be getting from one night of fighting.
Yeah,
that's really the truth, So if HBO joined with another, online or pay-per-view kind of thing,
right?
Then
it would more HBO pay-per-view events,
right? They would make way more money
instead of just on their standard broadcasting,
right?
Yeah,
but it just sucks for boxing because your average dude can't sit there and watch a great fight. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's why I love that they brought boxing to NBC. I think it is that Prime. What do they call it?
Yep.
Something Prime. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, they're just free boxing, and they have 2 Keith Thurman fights on there already. I mean, some good fights on there for free. That's where it should be, man. You got to let the average man be able to turn on the TV and watch it, dude.
Yeah. It's been a long run for him. It was I think it was George Foreman, Joe Frazier was the first fight on HBO.
Oh shit, that's a long time.
Like 1973.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger. That's what we used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, it's.
Boxing's changing though, man. Boxing
longer than my life, so.
Boxing is changing big time. With stuff like that, it's just the fact that we had an MMA fighter step in the ring with Mayweather, one of the greatest in the world, with Golden Boy Productions doing with all their little antics now and jumping into MMA. I mean, it's just a weird world of fighting right now, dude.
Yeah, and then speaking of Mayweather, it's like he's doing some sort of
the Japanese kid,
thing at the end of the
He's got a decent record.
End of the month. That could be depending on the rule set or whatever
dude.
The handshake agreement is.
It could be one of the funniest things. He can ruin his 50-0 career.
Yeah,
because this kid's not just a walk in the park, dude.
No, yeah, he's.
I think they're playing him for a fool. I think
Brendan Schaub said that.
Schaub said
he said he thinks that the Asian community over there is using him for to elevate this guy's stock over there as far as he beats the legend Floyd Mayweather.
Game over.
And then it's game over as far as that's a hell of a thing to put on your resume.
That's changed the game for him.
I beat Floyd Mayweather.
Just put him in a corner and beat him. If Maidana had another chance, I think he could do it.
What about Lomachenko? Like
he fights next weekend too. this weekend too.
Yeah, tomorrow, Saturday.
I don't think there's anyone's going to touch that kid for a while.
But
He's supposed to come up a rank.
How come him and Mayweather couldn't fight?
They could, but I don't think because Mayweather picks his fights.
Yeah,
that's why. And Mayweather knows he does not want to touch that kid. That kid is the scariest guy in boxing right now. I wish he wasn't so small because I'd like to see that guy like fight some bigger dudes. But he's just a small frame guy. He's gonna dominate that world for so long. I can't see anyone coming close to that dude until he starts going up. He has to go up at least 5 pounds. I think he fights in the 140 range. If he goes up to 130, 143 or 144, that area, now you're starting to hit some serious boxing challenges for him that it would be exciting for everyone to watch. There's guys like Spence. There's guys like Keith Thurman. There's guys, I mean, all the fighters out there, Adrian Bronner, all these dudes that, like, they're good fighters.
Yeah.
And to see this kid step up to that would be exciting, but I'm worried about it might be too small to go up that extra pounds, you know? He's a great fighter. He's powerful enough. He can handle it, but him and fucking Canelo would be great, but it's going up some weight for him, you know?
Is there not a lot of stock behind him because he doesn't have that many fights?
No, I think there's a lot of stock behind him, but the fact is no one wants to fight him. I think he's too scary. His first fight he ever fought, I actually watched that fight, and I thought he won, but it went to decision, and I believe it was a split decision that he lost his first professional fight ever. You know what I mean? Against a Solado, which is a crazy hard fighter. Mexican just goes, just kept going in and getting hit. He was just, and it was a short. I can't remember how many rounds it was, but he lost that one. I didn't think he should have lost it, but at the same time, you saw like how talented he had over like 300 fucking amateur fights, fucking 2 gold medals. I mean, the guy's insane. He's trained by his dad, who his dad looks just like him. You know what I mean? They're really fucking stern Ukrainian, just fucking you know, just really badass dudes.
He refers to himself as the video game, and his dad controls him.
Yeah.
All the time.
And it's incredible because he has good social media. He's doing kind of like a BJPenn.com does.
Okay.
He's putting a lot of different fights on his stuff. But he's a really good fighter to watch that you will not see the technique he does that most pros don't do anymore. He sticks to the body a lot more. You know what I mean? You're talking someone who takes angles in boxing. This motherfucker's footwork is bar none the best in the game right now. He'll be in front of you 1 minute, step to the side, and he's behind you, dude. And that's how fun it is to watch that guy fight. I just think he's too good right now. Like there's no one really matching up in his weight class right now, and he's been walking through everybody. Walking through them, dude. Like,
does he train here in the U.S.?
I don't know. I'm assuming he does, but I don't know, man. Let's wrap this up. I gotta go pick up the kids.
Okay.
But dude, it was a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, thank you.
We got to keep doing this, dude. Whenever you're in town, we got fights. Let's talk about it. You guys listening, if you have questions about any fights, if you want to hear something, if you want to hear us highlight any other fights, we will. Thanks for listening to Vinny Rock Podcast, our fight conversations. Later.
I did it.